Earlier this week we went over to the great treasure state of Montana and picked up this beauty, 1959 F250 with factory four-wheel drive. The only thing I know about the truck is that the recent history that they had tracked is that it spent its life on a ranch around Kalispell area, and then somewhere along the line they blew out the drivetrain and it no longer moved, and that's the gentleman that I got it from. So when we got it, put it into gear, you let the clutch out and the drive shafts would spin and nothing would happen. Got it home, tore it apart in a trailer, and found out that the ring and pinion were toasted on the rear end. The only thing we can figure is that when I put new oil in it, the diff cover was leaking just drip by drip. So either they did some work on it and never put oil back in it, or they put oil in it and from years of catching stuff on the diff cover it leaked enough that they drained oil out of it and never checked it. And then the front left inner stub axle had broken. So this truck wasn't going anywhere on its own. Winched it on the trailer, got it home, took the ring and pinion, or I guess it's really a whole differential and pinion, out of another Dana 60, threw in it, and I was able to back it off the trailer and drive it around here. The only thing being is that this is a 455 truck. It's got 355 right now in the back, so I can't use four-wheel drive, but I can at least drive the truck around. Pretty straight truck overall. It's got some pretty interesting additions to it. So we got ourselves a PTO winch here in the front, a nice little bumper brush guard here that is straight, a few dents here and there, a little dent in the corner of the hood here, but otherwise this truck is largely dent free and rarely unabused. Really no rust on the frame or the bed. They must have fuel tanks in it sometime, because there's these filler necks welded in the side of the bed, but it doesn't really bother me much. I'm not sure what they were carrying here either, because they have a nice little bracket welded on the inside. Old style tires, which are not sun-dried or cracked or anything, so I'm wondering if it spent its little bit of life inside. Shag carpeting interior, and I thought somebody just threw just a sheet of carpet in there until I realized there's a nice little rubber grommet around the switch here, so somebody must have made this carpet for this truck, which is kind of interesting. And another interesting is the truck is largely rust free except for right here in the floorboard in this one spot. It is completely rusted out right here, so I don't know if it's just from holding water from plowing snow or what the deal is. The gauges do work, the speedometer doesn't, but fuel and temp do. It's got aftermarket ammeter and oil pressure gauges down here. 4-speed with the over and up. And for the worst part about this truck, somebody dropped a tree on it. So the cab needs a little bit of help. It had a plexiglass window in it that somebody had riveted in. It's busted out now, so I have to put something in there. Hydraulic clutch, not a linkage clutch. At one point in time I had a vacuum gauge. I don't know if it's still hooked up to the carburetor or not. I didn't really check to see or not. So that's what I'm dealing with there. So it'll take lots of love and patience. No bumper. When the tree fell, it also fell on the tailgate, so that's why it's dinged up a little bit. But the tailgate's there. Another interesting addition to this truck is somebody had added a boat winch. So the boat winch sits right inside here, and then it was fixed there, and then you had a little snatch block that you could hook onto whatever. There's a crank here, so you could be able to crank something to pull it into the bed. Not sure what it was for, but kind of neat nonetheless. Pretty serious spring pack on it. But just looking underneath here, really no spots of concern. Even the front of the bed where they like to rust out, up along this front edge, is clean the whole way across, no rust at all, which is actually pretty exciting. They had something electrical going on back here. I don't know if it's for the fuel tanks, but they had a nice little power distribution block right here. No door handle here, but I got to pull this dent out a little bit. But you can at least push this in and use the door. Headlights work. Those rear lights work as well. I don't know. I haven't dug much into it yet. I venture to say, because this has a 4-speed and four-wheel drive, that this was originally a 292 truck. But I do not know for sure. But what I do know is that right now it would be a presumed 352 that is in here. And somebody made some really nice motor mounts for it to make it work. A lot of the work done on this truck has been done really clean. The bumper, the grill guard, the winch, it's all been really clean install. So whoever had this truck was their pride and joy. Another interesting thing we found about this truck is this disconnect here. This is 1/2 inch something behind it, and then you have your throw with your different contacts to your ground strap. So this would be a battery disconnect. But pretty cool. The engine was rebuilt at some point in time. It does run really strong. So, without further ado, this hood closes really easy, it opens really hard. Have not ran it since yesterday, and also figured out that one of the keys on the key ring, it says Ford, fits the door lock. Be this one right here. It says Ford on it, fits the door lock. This is an aftermarket key switch. Alright, we're in neutral. Missing the gas pedal, so I just have a little accelerator nub up in there, but I probably won't need it. Here we go. Oh, it's going to be ornery again. Mustang, there she goes. Good oil pressure, pushing 50 pounds. Got your lever for your PTO here for your winch.